What is an interest rate? The news often talks about interest rates. They make the news when they're too high, but also when they're too low. But it leaves open the question about what exactly an interest rate is. An interest rate is the percentage of money that you have to pay compared to the principal of a loan, typically expressed as an annual rate, for instance 5% per annum. Now that's a bit of a mouthful, but what we're going to do is break it down. When we break it down, there are three components. There's the percentage, there's the per annum, and also how both of these relate to the principal. The P.A that you see at the end of most interest rates means per annum. Per meaning for each, and annum meaning year. So P.A really means for each year. Percent is really broken up of two words, per meaning for each, and cent meaning 100. So percent really means for each 100. So let's see how this works. Opal gets a loan of $300, the interest rate is 5% per annum. So she owes $300 or 3 lots of $100. This makes up the principal. For each of these $100, she has to pay $5. So she ends up paying 3 lots of $5, which gives us $15, which is the interest. The following year, Opal owes $200. The interest rate is still 5% per annum. This means that she is still paying $5 of interest for every $100 that she owes. But she owes $100 less, so she pays $5 less in interest. If she owed $100 less again she would pay $5 less. If this time Opal invested $300 rather than borrowing $300, the calculations end up being the same. The $300 is still the principal, but this time she receives $5 for each $100 that she's invested. This $15 is still the interest. Likewise, if Opal invests $200, she still receives $5 for each $100 that she invested, which will work out to be $10 in interest. What we can conclude from this is when you borrow money, the higher the interest rate, the more interest that you pay. The more money you owe, the more money that you pay. When investing money, the higher the interest rate, the more interest that you receive. The more money you invest, the more money that you receive. Basic percentage calculations apply to interest rates, but there are some limitations. For example, Fred invests $240 at 7.8% per annum for 1 year. So we can work out 7.8% of $240, which gives us $18.72. This time Fred invests the same amount at the same rate, but this time for 2 years. So you'd think that you would take the amount of interest after 1 year and double it, but this is not necessarily so. For simple interest, or as it is sometimes known, flat rate interest, the calculation is correct. For compound interest, it doesn't work. To understand the difference between simple interest and compound interest will require further investigation. So let's recap. An interest rate is the percentage of money that is interest compared to the principal each year. Basic percentage formulas can be used, but there are limitations. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Please leave a review and a comment. I am not a financial advisor. I'm an experienced mathematics teacher with a passion for teaching financial literacy. Please read the disclaimer.